Hey BoLS fans, AdamHarry with a special surprise. I'm here at WarGamesCon 2015 with Michael from Privateer Press. He is showing off the brand new game, Undercity. It's coming out pre-release Gen Con, and then it'll come out sometime later in the year. But we're gonna run through a quick kind of what's going on. So yeah, Michael, tell me about this game, man.
So this is the Undercity and Iron Kingdoms adventure board game. This takes place in the Full Metal Fantasy world of the Iron Kingdoms. So in this game, you take on the role of 4 heroes in the Iron Kingdoms. There's Canis Gormley, who's a gun mage. Then, of course, there's Milo Boggs, the cutthroat alchemist. Poggin Doorstop, who is a Gobber Bodger and his Steamjack. And then there's Gardex Stonebrew, the Trollkin warrior. So the 4 of these heroes fight through a campaign. They go through the city of Corvus, and they're fighting criminals and trying to figure out what's going on, what's gone rotten in the city of ghosts. The game comes with 44 awesome miniatures. It has all the tokens, all the dice, everything you need to play the game, of course. And there's a campaign book and a rule book that takes you through the entire campaign, the whole storyline. It's a really fantastic game, and it's a lot of fun.
Right, and just to pause, again, the camera's probably not picking up everything, but these models look awesome. It's that same kind of cool board game plastic that's like, it's got a little bit of a give to it, but it's not gonna like break or bend. You can totally prime and paint these up, they look great.
Absolutely.
The Celofax guys look awesome. Like I was blown away when you pulled them out. So yeah, let's run through real quick. So what else you got?
Sure. So this is the starting setup for the second scenario in the game. So what I'm going to do is I'll just show you a little bit of how it plays. So we would have gone through an event card that kind of determines what's happening at the start of the turn, and then we'll just show you what Candace's turn is going to look like. Okay. So Candace has the highest initiative, so she goes first. On her turn, that's her right here, and there are 2 thugs here, so she's going to shoot them up because she is a gun mage. So on her turn, she's going to aim, which allows her to get an additional die when she shoots, makes her super accurate. And we're going to roll the dice, and I get a nice big roll. That's a 14, and I'm going to look at my character sheet over here, and I look on my Mage Lock pistol.
Come around here.
And I find my accuracy, and I add that to this number, and I come up with a massive 19.
I'm pretty sure you hit.
Yeah,
I don't even know the rules, but
compared to the stats on these guys, their def is lower than a 19, so I definitely hit them. When I fire, I choose one of my rune shots, of course, because I'm a gun mage, and I would have done the brutal damage. Right. So I get 3 dice on the damage roll. That's a nice big roll. That's an 11 plus the power of the weapon, so it's a huge roll, which goes over the armor on the model. They only have 1 wound, so the 2 wounds that actually does kills the crossbow thug, and we would gain 1 experience point for the team, and this would go back in the pool. So then she can do other things, but it's very similar to the Iron Kingdoms role-playing game in the stat lines that you use and the dice that you use to determine if you hit or damage. If you're familiar with the Iron Kingdoms and you play Full Metal Fantasy, this is a world you're going to know a lot about. But if you've been thinking about picking it up, or you have friends that don't know it, it's a great entry point for Full Metal Fantasy for the Iron Kingdoms. It's an awesome world and a lot of fun to play this game.
Right on. And again, the models look cool. You can totally swap them out for War Machine if you want to play that too, like sure. Take them for that. If you're playing Iron Kingdoms in general, you've got minis now, yep. You've got bad guys, you got a ton of thugs, a ton of crossbow guys.
It is an awesome resource for villains for your Iron Kingdoms Full Metal Fantasy game. The game itself is a lot of fun. It's fully cooperative, which is awesome. I myself love fully cooperative games, so if you have kids or anyone that you don't necessarily want to be competing with and having a problem with that, then you can go ahead and play this nice fully co-op game. It's a ton of fun. I can't wait for it to come out.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on it too. And you said, can you tell me a little bit about the campaign guide? Let me just pull it over here.
Yeah, so you have the rule book that tells you how to play the game, of course. Right. And this, it's full color and shows you exactly how everything works. And in the back there are examples, yep. Key game terms and all that kind of thing. Yep. The campaign guide takes you through the game, takes you through the prologue of the story, rules for playing the campaign so that your characters can advance and change as you go through. And then different chapters as you move forward.
Yeah. Whoa, too many spoilers. Whoa.
Yeah.
You don't want to show it all up. That's fine. So, real quick too, so I saw you killed a thug here. He went back to pool. Can you talk about just a little bit lightly on the game mechanics of like pulling stuff out, how that all works?
Sure. So as you play through the game, there's actually an AI that determines what's going to come out and when. So
let's just say it was the AI turn. What would happen?
Okay, so at the end of your turn, every character's turn, you draw a villain action card.
Okay.
And the villain action will tell you what happens. So in this one, the villain furthest from Canis would activate, so you count the number of spaces, and on this board, it turns out that it's this guy here. Yep. And then based on their card, it has a whole set of AI that tells you if there's a model in this space, what it does. If there's not, how does it act? And then, and that's all available on the villain reference sheet that is right here. Cool. And that determines exactly how all the villains are going to activate, and any tiebreakers, if they're models in the same number of spaces are determined by the cards as well. So nothing is left up to your choice or your questionable judgment. Everything is very well laid out with tiebreakers and everything.
Cool. So the AI runs itself.
Yep.
It's great because you got 4 people you want to play. Nobody wants to DM. Boom. This is the game for you.
Yep.
Awesome, man. So again, release dates sometime next year after Gen Con. We're not quite sure yet.
Yes. It's going to pre-release at Gen Con and then should be out a month or 2 after that.
Okay. Excellent, man. Well, thanks, Michael. Thanks for the showing off Undercity. Again, I can't wait to get my hands on it. It looks really cool. I love the models. Iron Kingdom's an awesome steampunk fantasy setting, whatever you want to call it. It's great. The board's cool. Oh, by the way, this is all modular too, right?
Yes. So all the tiles and things have double sides. And every chapter tells you how to lay out the tiles so that there's a different board every time you play the game.
Right, and there's a ton of extra tiles in the box. We didn't lay them all out because it was.
This is just the ones you need for this chapter.
Right. Cool, man. Well, thanks for showing it off. We're gonna play, so have fun, guys. Bye. AdamHarry signing off.